join along. So thanks for your time today. I'm Todd from the Nine Ad Manager team. This is Caitlin. We've also got Shireen on the call as well. Today we want to talk to you a bit around Nine Ad Manager and how it can help to grow your business. We've got a few different things that we wanted to show you about the platform and about Nine as well. So we'll get through some slides and some videos, and then we'll have some time at the end for questions if you've got them. And then happy to do any follow-ups afterwards with either a demo or via email or chat or anything like that. So don't feel you can't contact us or anything like that. We'll happy to help you out and work through either your marketing strategies and things like that, and how Nine Ad Manager could fit into that. So we'll kick off. And then today, what we're going to try and cover is some of our upcoming programming and audience demographics to help you get a view of some of the specific shows and some of the audiences across Nine now. We'll also look at a couple of Nine Ad Manager case studies as well. So a couple of customers that have been using the platform, what they've done and how that's benefited their business. We'll also take a bit of a deep dive into some of the creative that's running across Nine Ad Manager and Nine now, and just how you can look to structure your own creative and things like that. Then we'll look at some product updates, and we'll also give you a bit of an exclusive sneak peek into a competition that we're about to launch across the block. So hopefully that's of interest to any block fans out there, and we'll go through some of those details as well. Cool. So to kick off, Nine Now is our streaming channel here at Nine. Streaming TV is growing exponentially. More than 1 million people across Australia are watching streaming, whether that's Nine Now, 7 Plus, 10 Play or SBS. That's continually going to grow over the next few years. We're up to 17 million by 2029. We'll be watching via streaming rather than through an aerial in their house. As you can see, Nine Now has a really good share of that audience, so over 50%, so 52.4%, so quite a healthy share of the market there. And now with Nine Ad Manager, any size business can now look to advertise across television, and what we're seeing over the last 2 years is a real influx of small and medium-sized businesses joining those larger businesses advertising across Nine, and specifically Nine Now. So over 2,500 advertisers are new to Nine Now over the last 2 years. So really good growth, and now with Nine Ad Manager, with our AI creative and lower price points, it's really opened up the market to any type of business. Just to sort of recap on what Nine Ad Manager allows you to do, you might already be using it or you might be looking to use Nine Ad Manager, but basically you can buy a TV campaign across Australia's top-rated shows on Australia's #1 free streaming service. You can target an audience you want, so the types of people based on our audience profiling, and then you can target down to a specific postcode as well. We have a tracking pixel that we would always advise you to add to your site, and then you can track the effectiveness of every ad served and then what's sort of happening after people are viewing your ads on your website. You get what you pay for, so all of our ads on Nine Now are not unskippable, so we guarantee audience delivery, so really high completion rates. $550 is our price point, and if you need to, you can build yourself a 30-second or 15-second TV commercial free of charge with our AI tool. So we'll get into some of the upcoming program and audience insights. We thought the best way to kind of show you this is through a video. So sit back and watch the next, I think it's a minute-long video of some of our upcoming programs.
What is it about television that still captures a nation?
Make it legendary.
It turns moments into movements, drama into dinner party debate, and live sport into powerful fandom. In a fragmented world, television on Nine brings Aussies together. We tell stories, we entertain, we inform. We've been at the heart of Australian homes for decades.
That's top. There you go, from the PMs.
No one does TV quite like us. And what's next is even greater. With new partnerships, HBO Max joining the Nine family, we champion premium content. Powered by smarter tech, deeper data, and sharper strategy.
My eggs are still very fresh.
We're now the official home of rugby. Wallabies, Wallaroos, and the upcoming Men's and Women's World Cup, all live, free and exclusive through to 2030.
Oh, that's brilliant. Here we go.
And we have a mega lineup still to come. A feistier, hotter Love Island.
I just want to leave. I'm going.
A twist on romance with an all-new Golden Bachelor.
Oh, my goodness.
Plus the heart-stopping action of Origin, Melbourne Cup, and the Australian Open. And don't forget Scotty from the block. That's me. This is television that grips the country, with more Aussies tuning in than ever before.
At the stage, the set.
This is television with purpose, with power, with scale. This is only on TV.
Awesome. So hopefully you got a bit of a taste of what's coming. Obviously in the next little while, so the next month, we've got some of our tentpole shows. So the block, which starts the 27th of July, always a favourite. We'll have a little bit more details about a competition that we're running for anyone that wants to advertise within the block. But that's a really good avenue for advertisers across a really wide range of audiences here. So one to not miss, 27th of July. So starting soon and runs for about 12 weeks as well. So sort of over 3 months. So quite a lot of time to get across the block in the coming future. Next up, we've got the NRL Premiership. So coming up to, I guess, the finals. We're adding Saturdays as well. So the first part of the season is Thursday, Friday, and Sundays, but now we're adding Saturdays as well. And then obviously upcoming finals as well. So a really good chance to get your brands across a wide range of audiences again in live sport, which is always a winner for advertisers. And then new to Nine is the Wallabies, the rugby union, so the British and Irish Lions Test Series. So it's the first time in 12 years that the British and Irish Lions have toured Australia. So there's 3 test matches, 19th, 26th of July and the 2nd of August. So again, live sport, lots of people viewing. So that's coming up as well. So that's a new opportunity to get your brands across the Wallabies versus the British and Irish Lions. And then when we look back in June across some of our content and driving sort of some of the engagement across that, so we've had Lego Masters, Parental Guidance, Love Island UK, which is still going. We had the State of Origin, so biggest sporting events and even live stream shows this year with the State of Origin, so Game 2 and then Game 3. We've also had the Australian swimming trials and then obviously the NRL. So lots of sport, but then also quite a different mixes across Lego Masters, which is family orientated, Love Island UK, a slightly younger demographic there, as you can see, and then the ongoing Parental Guidance, which is the largest overnight audience in series history. So that continues to grow year on year as well. That's still delivering out in the next few weeks as well. So still opportunities to get your brands across that as well. And then when we look at an overall view, so we had over 5 million Australians watching Nine now in June, which is amazing numbers. Lots of minutes watched, as you can see. And then sort of down the bottom there, 86% of people are watching across a connected TV, so the main screen in the house. So again, your ads are shown, in full color, full sound, on the biggest screen in the house. So not a device. As a sort of total percentage, so it is across devices like laptops, tablets, and mobiles. But what we see is the majority of people are watching via their connected TVs. And then when we look at the top programs across video on demand, reality really resonates with our audience. So as you can see there, Love Island, quite popular, Married at First Sight as well in terms of year to date, and not just June. With a bit of a split there, 58% female and 55% between the ages of 25 and 54, if you're looking at an overall view across June. And then if we look at some of our sort of main shows that are coming up in the not too distant future, and then later on during the year, just the splits. So Nine Ad Manager allows you to target specific audiences, so you can target male or female, or you can target specific ages. When we look at the makeup of who's watching the different shows, you kind of get a flavour for how that sort of plays out. So the block, which is coming up, predominantly female audience, and sort of that 25 to 50 age group is kind of where that sits, and then that 50 plus. But again, you could target young males watching the block if you needed to on Nine Ad Manager. Our targeting capabilities allow you to do that. The NRL is a little bit more of an even split, male-female. As you can see, Love Island is sort of where, if you're looking at a younger demographic, so even that 18 to 24 is really strong, and obviously a really high female skew across Love Island. Something that's running now in the middle, down the bottom there, Travel Guides. Again, a nice sort of family show there, with an older audience, if you're looking for that. Married at First Sight, which will be next year as well. Again, a bit more of a female skew there, and sort of slightly older than Love Island, but still a younger audience there. And then sort of our next main sporting event early in the new year, the Australian Open, which sells out every year in terms of ads. So if you are looking at Australian Open, start planning for that. A bit of a mix across male and female, quite even. And sort of that younger demographic between 25 to 50 as well, when you sit there. But again, you can target specific ages and specific genders across these shows, but just gives you a bit of a view of who's watching what Nine now shows. So we'll dive into a couple of case studies. So two businesses that have been using Nine Ad Manager for over a year now. One retail, one sort of physical location shop, using Nine Ad Manager in two different ways, but getting really good results. So the first one that we'll look at is Princess Polly, which is a online fashion brand. They were looking to target audiences outside of social and sort of engage a new audience across Australia. So they target Australia-wide. The way that they use our targeting capabilities is they'll target specific shows like Love Island, The Block, where they know that their sort of target audience are watching. But then they'll also use our audience targeting to target online shoppers, younger females, things like that, so they can target really specific audience groups as well. And as you can see, the results sort of speak for themselves. So 140% growth in terms of their revenue in the first month. And then when they look at their investment in and the return that they get, it's a 17 times return on ad spend. So really solid results. They utilize our tracking pixel so that they can track everything from page views to add to carts to actual revenue that's generated from people watching their ads. So the way that our tracking pixel works is that a pixel is fired when the ad is shown on a device. because you're watching via the internet, it knows that it picks up the IP address of that device, so whether it's a TV or a mobile. And then with the tracking pixel added to the website, if that user then goes onto the site and transacts or views something, we can pick that up because it's connected to the same IP address. So Princess Polly is able to track down to revenue generated through that tracking pixel, which makes it easier for them to see how results are going and measure how well the campaign's performing. The next one is a little bit more of we'll go through a video of the Princess Polly guys talking about 9 Ad Manager.
The power of streaming TV with the ability to measure it dollar for dollar, that's a total game changer. I'm Zia Holmes, SEM lead at Princess Polly. I'm Kim Zorn, and I'm the Global Performance Director at Princess Polly. Since coming on board, the results have been incredible. It's given us triple-digit growth. We've had 10 times return on ad spend since using the platform.
A huge benefit of 9 Ad Manager is that we're able to reach new and engaged audiences that we wouldn't reach anywhere else.
It meant that we could go beyond social, reach new audiences on 9 Now, and measure our results down to the dollar. Setting up any new ad platform can be difficult, but 9 Ad Manager was completely different. Our first campaign, we were logged in and ready to go within half an hour, and we were starting to see results within the week. When it comes to creatives, it's super simple. We just upload them onto the platform and repurpose our social content. The platform is so user-friendly and affordable, it's perfect for marketing experts, but it's also accessible to smaller businesses who aren't as familiar with advertising platforms. Customer support has been incredible.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm good, how are you going?
Can you give us some feedback on how you've been finding using the platform?
They help spark new ideas and point us in the direction of new audiences that we can test. It's given us confidence in our streaming TV expansion plans, knowing that we're part of an incredible team that's always there to help.
Would I recommend 9 Ads Manager to small businesses? Without a doubt.
Would I recommend 9 Ad Manager? Absolutely. We've had triple-digit growth, and now it's an always-on platform.
Advertise on the big screen on the biggest shows for as little as $550. 9 Ad Manager, where small goes big.
Forgot I was in that video for a
Yeah,
second.
starring Caleb as well. So we'll move on to the next one. So Australian Caravan Centre, so they operate across the east coast of Australia with physical locations. So obviously with the caravan, you want to go in and see the caravan, have a look, take a tour, talk to someone about that. So what they were able to do was to use specific locations and postcode targeting so that they could target around their caravan centres. So they had an end of season sale last year, winter season sale, and they were able to sell 70 caravans in a short space of time, so 2 months over their campaign period. So by able to target down to a postcode around where their caravans are located, they were able to target a specific space around so people could get into the caravan centre, but they also then were able to look at some of our deeper niche audiences around families and adventure seekers and domestic travellers as well, so that they were targeting people that were inclined to look at buying a caravan. So yeah, a massive result in 2 months when you look at sort of the price of a caravan and how many they sold. And then also the way that they were able to get a online conversion rate. So whilst ads across our connected TVs are not clickable, they're able to drive a 21% online conversion rate because it drove people to their site to then check out the vans before they went into their centres to go and look at them. So we'll listen to Sagras and what he has to say about 9 Ad Manager as well.
Streaming TV gave us such an amazing result, 70 vans in such a short amount of time. That was absolutely unbelievable. I'm Sergey Selbrecht and I'm in charge of the marketing for Australian Caravan Centre. The first encounter with 9 Ad Manager was for our end of the year sale campaign. We wanted to add another level to our advertising channels where we had a bit more direct impact on the target market that we wanted. Landing page numbers for a normal a similar length campaign, we usually have 6,000 views. But for this campaign with 9 Ad Manager platform, we skyrocketed to 24,000 views, 70 vans in 2 months. It's an unbelievable result, and we have never seen sales coming in like that. Postcode targeting is extremely cost effective. You can work with small budgets. It's doable for every single company. You have absolutely no waste of budget. It is directly going to the target audience that you have set with your postcode targeting. Would I recommend 9 Ad Manager to other businesses? Absolutely, hell yeah. It's an amazing platform. It does what it needs to do, and it's an easy to use and cost effective way to reach your target audience.
Advertise on the big screen on the biggest shows for as little as $550. 9 Ad Manager, where small goes big.
Awesome. So now, so on our website, there's a whole host of other success stories as well. So after the call today, we'll shoot you across some information, and I'll link to check out some of these other success stories and how these businesses are using 9 Ad Manager as well, because the flexibility with the platform is that you can use it in various ways. So whether it's content targeting or audience targeting, you're able to kind of make sure that your brand is seen by the right people. Awesome. So I'll hand it over to Caleb to talk to creative.
Perfect. So we've got a few examples from real life businesses who have advertised us with the past. We'll start off with Australian Caravan Centre and show you the ad that they used for their campaign and the results that you saw earlier, and kind of break it down as well and see what you should utilize in your campaigns. You're not limited to how these creatives are made, but just to give you some inspiration and ideas when you go to create your ads. So first one here. Let's give that a play. Of course, during a live session, it doesn't seem to play.
Come on, Gaz, get your family into one of these vans. Beat the cold this winter with our Supreme Classic 21'6" family van from only $69,990. This family van is our most popular layout. Full-size ensuite, washing machine, and we'll even throw in a diesel heater. Our Australian-made caravans are in stock now at our factory-owned dealerships along the east coast of Australia. So be like Gaz and get a new van today.
So you can see in that video, that was 30 seconds in length. They were able to condense quite a lot of information in that short snippet of time. They showed their pricing. They showed a inclusion of a free heater with their purchase. They had a lot of visuals throughout that 30-second period as well. It started off with kind of that family freezing outside and then kind of going through the lot there and looking at a better outcome. So you can kind of see that they incorporated quite a lot of visuals of the product, so you can kind of see what you're getting before you go in and view it yourselves. So they had a strong emotional appeal there and kind of quick, fast pace. They weren't messing around. So that's pretty much how they were able to sell those 70 units mentioned in the results that Todd spoke about earlier. So hopefully that gives you quite an idea of locations, especially with this end frame. You've got all the locations that they service, and then you've got their brand there as well. So you've got all the information needed for that audience member who potentially may not know anything about the brand. So they've got all the most important details here. The next one here is from Cox Industries. Again, different product, different business. So we'll watch this one first.
Cox Mowers, over 70 years in the game. Outdoor yard care equipment specifically for the Aussie block. From push mowers to the legendary Stockman ride-ons, a big range of zero turns, standards, commercial mowers, wood chippers and more. And it don't matter whether you're suburban smooth or acreage rough, it's a Cox. Engineered steel tough.
Again, a really good 30-second video focusing heavily on the product and demonstrating it in real time. You were able to see how the product features were displayed there. So it's able to showcase pretty much entirely throughout that 30 seconds what that product is and how it can benefit you as the audience member. They had a strong appeal as well. You can kind of see how they were able to focus on their product being engineered steel tough. So you got those kind of key adjectives there that could be very helpful when advertising the product. And then, yeah, quite simple in frame there, encouraging you to visit their local dealer today. Another one from Token Group, so we'll give this a watch.
Heater not heating? Not the way to get through winter.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work.
Heating, back on. Payments, later. Fix now, pay later with Tonkin.
They say, hard work, I earn my pay. Hard work, hard work.
Another great one, kind of dramatic, but I feel like it's very relative, especially now that we're in winter. So I feel like this is a good ad here, which kind of showed their services quite simply here. You can see started off very cold and they were very warm at the end. It had a really clear text across the screen as well. Fix now, pay later, no interest, just great service. Had the website in which you need to go to if you were to inquire, as well as a disclaimer at the bottom there as well. So again, quite a simple but effective ad. And you got those offerings pretty much presented to you there at the end. Last one here we have from a jewelry brand, Zoe Olivia. So this is kind of similar to how Princess Polly does their ads. Not quite exact, but kind of gives you a similar insight here. So I'll play this one for you. So that was a short 14-second ad. You can upload your own creatives on the platform between 10 to 30 seconds. So you can kind of play around and see which type of ads perform best, whether it's the shorter versions or the longer versions. You can see here, it was just quite simple. There was no voiceover like the previous creatives. It's just simply the product and the brand. Very aesthetic with the model there as well. So it kind of just speaks to how this brand is trying to create that emotional appeal by showcasing their new product range. And then, yeah, this is pretty much a branding style of video without a huge push as what the other three were previously looking at. So that hopefully gives you an insight to the ranges of businesses that have been on the platform, and it gives you an idea of what the creatives could look like. So what did we learn from all those? Having a strong call to action, creating interest with your product, showcasing value, building hopefully off of the emotion, and applying your branding so everyone knows where to go. Website location and phone number are also very helpful to help those audiences who are watching on a TV navigate to your website and go and get more information. There are also to touch on, there's a lot of creatives on the website as well, if you want to see from different brands that you weren't able to see here today. Back to Tom.
Yeah, cool. So I'll take you through a couple of product updates and then also a little bit of information around that block competition as well. So we're consistently making updates to our platform to make it easier to use, adding new products, a feature that is coming out quite soon, which might not seem a lot, but we feel it'll make it a lot easier for you to book and to build your campaign. So previously you've kind of gone step through each sort of targeting element on a specific page, and you sort of hit the next button and you go to the next page. We're actually just condensing that down into the one page, so single page booking. So you can have all your campaign details in the one page. So you've got your budgets, your targeting, and even your creatives all on that one page. So you can kind of just fine tune that as you're going through rather than sort of going back and forward between the different pages. So we feel that will make it a lot easier for people to build out their campaigns. And then recently we made some updates across product. So 9 Now Video was our original product that we've launched with and is really popular across all of our customers. We've also now added in 9 Display, so across the 9 masthead sites, so sites like the Australian Financial Review, The Age, Sydney Morning Herald, and then across our 9 sites as well, so like Wide World of Sports, 9.com.au, so you can now create display ads across those sites and then target specific audiences in specific locations. So a sports fan reading The Age, or a domestic traveller that is reading 9.com.au in your local location, you can target those similar to 9 Now. And then also we've added some other products outside of the 9 brands where you can now create a Facebook and Instagram campaign, again using their targeting capabilities, so you can start to build out all your marketing campaigns within the one platform, and then also search as well. So we have tried to simplify the search journey where you choose your specific industry, and we've got a library of keywords and ad copy as well that you can choose from to sort of streamline the search setup process. So all of these products are now sitting within 9 Ad Manager that you can work your way through and create your marketing campaigns all in the one spot. And then so the block, which is starting to show on the 27th of July, always a bit of a favourite for viewers, but also advertisers as well. So we're announcing a new competition for advertisers who choose the block as part of their targeting. We're going to offer a VIP experience where you will go and visit the block after everything is completed, and you'll do a tour of the block down on location. So you'll have a VIP experience and check out all the houses before they're sold. So we're really excited to kind of give you guys a first sneak of this. We're putting all the details together and they'll be on our website. But yeah, any fans of the block who would love to go and visit the block, this would be a must enter competition. So if you're thinking about advertising across the block anyway, this is hopefully a little bit more of an incentive to get your ads across Australia's favourite renovation show over the next 3 or 4 months, and hopefully win yourself a tour of the block. Great, so we've got some time left. We wanted to open up to any questions that anyone had. We've got a link there to Slido if you've got any questions. So yeah, open it up to the floor if there's any questions. Happy to answer. Happy to set up some time to go through with you individually as well if you need to, and we can obviously share some of this information with you after the call as well. So yeah, any questions out there?
I think you'll be able to add in the chat. If not, you can use that Slido, just scan the QR code. You'll be able to answer those questions.
No questions?
Just refreshing from Slido just in case.
Maybe we covered everything that everyone wanted to learn.
Yes, we've got a question if we can set up a meeting to discuss further. Yes, we can. There's a book a demo link on the website, but we'll also follow up after the session as well. This webinar session, will it be accessible by recording? Payment late due to meetings? Yes, I believe we will have this available and we'll send this across.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, we've got this recorded.
I'm just giving a refresh.
Yeah, we can upload this to our YouTube channel as well afterwards. So if there's a specific part you wanted to go back and look, you can check this out. But we'll definitely follow up with the information and links to all the booking a demo, the creative library within the site, the block competition links as well, so that you can kind of find everything that we've spoken about as well. And then yeah, happy to follow up and sort of work through your campaigns and questions that you have. We'll give it one more minute and just see if there's any more questions coming through. No, looks like everyone's got what they needed, hopefully, and get a little bit of time back. So yeah, really appreciate you joining our session today. Yeah, like we said, we'll follow up, and if you've got any questions or want to go through things specifically based on your brand or business, we're really happy to do so, and look forward to chatting to you. So yeah, thanks again for your time, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
See you guys.